Oh, well, I guess I work intuitively. I'm interested in issues and that are drawn from my own life experience and observations. I'm interested in social justice. My name's Elvis Richardson. I'm originally from Sydney. I was born there, but I've been living in Melbourne for 15 years. And I live in Brunswick. The work I'm making for Melbourne now is, it's big, and it's given me an opportunity to be ambitious with the work and to extend it beyond the means I would normally be able to produce. Gates keep people out, they keep people in, they separate, they mark boundaries, they do all those kinds of things, but they also, I guess, have potential access points. All the different things that kind of revolve around this idea of settlement, and to, pull that apart in some way linguistically and symbolically through the idea of gates. Capitalism, colonialism, private property and equity and representation are the main ideas behind the work. A gate is kind of useless unless it's kind of attached to a building. They have to have support to hold them up. So even that, in the sense, like a gate, its function can't work without a system behind it. For the work for Melbourne now, I've been working with Hugh Smith, who's an amazing metal worker. I couldn't have made this work without that professional input. And significantly for me, originally the works, I had them hanging on the wall. I was seeing them as history paintings in a way, and kind of having that 2D aspect, but taking them off the wall and kind of bringing them into the space. And it's actually been really exciting to be able to look at them from different angles and perspectives. Yeah, I really hope that when audiences experience the work, they think about access and whether you can go through or approach, or how do gates function, and the symbology I'm bringing into that through the language. Pleased to have the opportunity to be able to make an ambitious work and to, bring this to life. I mean, I wouldn't have this opportunity without Melbourne now.